Sawatsky, introducing our next unit of study, which is volleyball. And Mrs. Rod's going to teach us all about passing, setting, and who knows what else. So here we go.
Doing volleyball, like Mr. Sawatsky just said. A couple of things about balls. I always like to talk about what balls you need. If you have a volleyball, that's awesome. This might be a time where, you go to your mom or dad or whoever you live with and say, hey, can we go buy a volleyball? Especially if you really like this sport. So that might be a good thing to do. Go find a place where you can buy a volleyball. Or if you have one, you're set. A couple other options, like we've said before. You can make a ball. This is my basketball that I made. It will work for volleyball as well. Make sure it has a good diameter, whatever ball you use. This is about a 7-inch Nerf ball. That would be an excellent choice if you're inside doing your volleyball in your room. I saw some of you using a tennis ball for your other sports like football. Won't work really good with volleyball, unless you're really skilled. You can pass a tennis ball, but it's just a lot harder. So try to have a ball where you can pass it on your forearms, okay? So we're gonna work on 2 skills this week, or next week. The first one is your forearm pass. You're gonna balance your legs, bend your knees. You're gonna have your arms out in front of you, like this. You're gonna put your hands together. Make sure your wrists are together. Some people hold their hands differently. I like to hold them like this. Some people do this. The most important thing is that your wrists are straight, your arms are locked straight, okay? And we're just gonna work on passing our ball to ourselves. Keeping your eye on your ball. Whoop. Keeping your arms nice and straight, okay? We're also gonna work on this other skill, which is setting. And I'll tell you the difference in the 2 skills and what you need them for. So when you're setting the ball, you wanna have your fingers about 3 to 4 inches away, and your thumbs about 3 to 4 inches away. So I'm gonna turn away from you. So you don't wanna set like this. You don't wanna set like this. This is the proper hand. If I were to set the ball, I'd wanna set it and drop the ball. I'd wanna drop it right on my forehead. So that's where your hand should be. Should be looking through what we call a window, and then push it off, okay? Use your fingertips, not your wrists. Fingertips, try to get that good window, like I said, and use your wrist to flick it out, okay? Difference in the forearm pass and the set: if the ball is coming below your waist, you want to pass it with the forearms, okay, right here. If it's coming above your neck, you want to bend down and push it off and set it above your head. Set above your head, forearm pass below your waist, okay? So those are the 2 skills that we're going to work on next week. Get your ball. Remember, if you want to try to get one from the Ramate or somewhere else, you can maybe buy one. Okay, see you on Monday for volleyball.
Okay, so in addition to needing some type of volleyball to use, you're also going to have to get really creative with coming up with some form of a volleyball net to use. Now, I know some of you may have a volleyball in their backyard to use, but for those of you that don't, it's time to really get creative. So if you're in your room, you want to stay in your room, you can always use some kind of a string or a yarn that you can tie to in front of you, just so that you can kind of picture it better of hitting the volleyball or setting the volleyball, or when we get to other skills later on over the net. If you have a chair, you could set up a chair. You could have someone stand and be a net for you and hit it over them if you have that option. If you want to go outside and maybe you have like a low fence that you use in your yard, if you maybe want to, I don't know, go over the fence, or I'm not sure, if you have a soccer net, you can go over the soccer net. If you have something tall-ish, I know a standard net is 7 feet 11 inches, and that's a lot taller than some things you might have, but rope, yarn, string, anything that you can use to help you visualize a volleyball net to help you work on your skills will work when we get into those coming up in these next weeks.
Hi guys, Coach White here. Today I'm going to show you how to make your own, very own volleyball net. So all you need is a piece of tape or a string or a shoelace, something you can hang on a door. So I have some tape. So all you got to do is tape it to one side, tape it to the other, and you got a volleyball net. If you want to go more professional, whoa, check it out. Add another layer, okay? And from here, you can practice your serves, your slams, your digs, all that good stuff. So, there you go. Homemade volleyball net. See ya.
Mrs. Rod showed you the correct way to play this game. Now, I'm going to show you some incorrect things. So when you're setting, as Mrs. Rod, you know, she was out here like this, or passing, doing this, you know, that's the wrong way. Okay? There's another wrong way. All right? Ball comes to you, and you go like, oh, that wasn't good. All right? Or the ball comes to you, and you're going to try to pass it with your hands. I don't know, she said about making a diamond. So the ball comes to you. Oh. That's the wrong way to pass the ball. All right?
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Okay? So it comes to you, you know. That's not good, you know. Or it comes to you, I know some of you are, oh, that was so. Do not play volleyball like me. Play like Miss Rod, and you will be on the Olympic team in 2068.
That we're going into, because you know you can play on your own. There's a lot of things that you can do on your own, a lot of skills you can work on. You can play one-on-one, and it's a great lifetime sport because you don't need that many people.